There is something truly transformative about encountering the concept of unconditional love. The verse 1 John chapter 4 verse 8 states, "Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love." This simple yet profound truth has the power to reshape how we view ourselves, others, and our relationship with the divine. When I first meditated on this verse, it struck me how often we dilute the meaning of love in our everyday lives. We say we love our favorite foods or admire someone's personality, but seldom do we delve into what it means to truly love as God loves. The love spoken of here is not fleeting or conditional, it's an eternal, selfless essence that defines God's very nature. The Greek word used for love in this context is agape, which signifies a self-sacrificing, unconditional love. It is the kind of love that led Jesus Christ to lay down his life for humanity, a love that asks for nothing in return but gives everything. This love challenges us to move beyond superficial affection and strive for deeper connections rooted in grace and compassion. The latter part of the verse teaches us a sobering truth: those who do not love cannot know God. At first, this might seem harsh, but it's a call to action, not condemnation. Love is the very evidence of God's presence in our lives. Without it, we cannot fully comprehend or experience the depth of God's nature. This truth has been both humbling and enlightening for me, as it calls for consistent introspection about how I treat others. I remember a time when I struggled to forgive someone who had wronged me deeply. My instinct was to hold on to bitterness and justify my anger. However, meditating on 1 John chapter 4 verse 8 convicted me that my unwillingness to forgive was a barrier to truly knowing God. If God, in his infinite mercy, forgives me, how can I withhold forgiveness from others? It wasn't easy, but surrendering to God's example of love freed me from the burden of resentment and allowed his peace to flow into my heart. Living out God's love requires intentionality. We are called to reflect this divine love in practical ways, by showing kindness to strangers, offering support to those in need, and, perhaps most challenging of all, loving those who are difficult to love. It's in these moments that we truly embody the essence of agape love, letting God's light shine through us. Prayer has been instrumental in deepening my understanding of this verse. When I feel overwhelmed by the complexities of life or relationships, I turn to God in prayer, asking him to fill me with his love so that I may pour it out to others. This constant reliance on him transforms my perspective and helps me see others through the lens of his grace. Reflecting on 1 John chapter 4 verse 8 has also changed the way I view challenges and conflicts. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, I now see them as opportunities to demonstrate God's love in action. Each act of patience, forgiveness, or sacrifice becomes a testimony to the transformative power of his love. God's love is not just a concept to be admired, it is a truth to be lived. It calls us into a deeper relationship with him and compels us to reflect his character in our interactions. As we embrace this love, we begin to experience the joy and freedom that comes from walking in alignment with his will. As I close this reflection, I am reminded of a simple yet profound thought: God's love never fails. It is constant, unwavering, and available to all who seek it. May we all strive to live lives that reflect this divine love, bringing light and hope to the world around us.